It's finally time. Here it is. Thank you again for joining me. Good morning again, Daniel Valdez again. It's finally time. Marching contest season in the state of Texas, 2018 version. Shaking in my chair just thinking about it. Thanks for joining me. Let's get into this. We call these little preview shows the NerdIn, or at least I do. You can ask your parents what that's a reference to, kiddos. So basically, this is it. This is a pre-show. This is a warm-up. I go over pertinent information, parking stuff, ticket stuff. I'll look over the schedule. We'll look at the blocks, and we'll look at the bands, and we'll talk a little bit about the contest and stuff like that. Let's preface this right off the bat, because I get messages every year, or not every year. Well, I got a couple messages last year. If I don't mention your band's program, do not be offended. That's all I have to say. Don't be offended. Remember, the best talking you can do is on the field, through your horns, and your movements, and your marching, and your tosses, and your catches, and all that stuff. Remember that. This is right around the time of the year when people jump on our forums boards and go, you should really watch out for my band. We're going to do really well. Okay, that's great. Show me on the field. Trust me. It's what we pay admission to do. So I was thinking of combining both McAllen and Midland together in one show, but I figured that would be a little bit too long, seeing that I don't know how to shut up ever, much to my detriment, more than, whatever. So I'll split it up. This will be McAllen. We'll go over the McAllen, the South Texas Regional. And then if you want the Midland one, there'll be a separate video on that. These will be relatively short, but as the bigger names go to the bigger contest, these will get progressively longer, and we'll get into discussions there. So here we go. Are you ready? Excellent. Well, if you're not, pause the video. Here we go. Welcome to the NerdIn. We are going to the Bands of America South Texas Regional Championship on September 22nd, 2018. That is this coming Saturday. DQ Fan Field at Veterans Memorial Stadium. That's called business, my friends. You sell the naming rights to the stadium. You sell the naming rights to the field. You sell the naming rights to the concession stands. You sell the press box. This is the United States. Everything is for sale here. Veterans Memorial Stadium. Prelims, $9. Finals, $9. $12 for a day pass. That gets you prelims and finals. You do the math. $6 you save if you get prelims and finals tickets together. So ask for that day pass. Parking, free, gratis as they call it down in the valley. Free parking. Be careful. Please be careful. 29 band programs are attending the McAllen Regional Championships this year. Pretty much all of your finalists from last year are back. Dripping Springs, the McAllen Regional Champion last year, is not attending. Del Rio is not attending this year. They're actually going to the Midland Regional this year, which is nice for them. Every other finalist, they're back. So it's going to be interesting to see who's going to get in and who's not going to get in. Let's go over the blocks real quick. Just picking out a couple of programs that I see here. Homer Hanna's going on. Oh, I forgot. Start time. 7:30 in the morning. A little bit of an early start time. It's a big contest. That's what you can expect. Homer Hanna, fantastic percussion line. They're going on at 7:45 in the morning. Roma, 9 p.m. Not 9 p.m. Well, I would imagine they'll be in finals, so maybe they will go at 9 p.m. 9 a.m. prelim start time. Fantastic show last year. I think they should have made state last year, but we'll get into that later. I'm picking block of the day already. Block 2. Edinburgh North, and Juarez Lincoln. All three of them are in the block 2 this year. All three of them made finals last year. And look who's performing at 11 a.m. Claudia Taylor Johnson. This show is one of the most physical, is probably going to be the most physically demanding show you're going to see this year. Tons of body movements, very elaborate pre-show. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be really exciting to see how this show progresses over the next season. Glad to see them here. 11 a.m. Claudia Taylor Johnson. Edinburgh North goes on at 9:45 a.m. Whereas Lincoln 10:15, and Edinburgh 11:15 a.m. Then you get lunch after that second block. Coming back from lunch, I'm real interested to see what Brazos Wood's going to bring in. That's a long drive from Clute, Texas. It's about 350 miles. That's long. That's a long flight. Never mind sitting on a bus for that long. Brazos Wood, as far as the schools that were affected by Hurricane Harvey last year, and you could probably mark every Houston school that was affected dramatically by it. Brazos Wood really had it rough. You understand where Clute, Texas is. Basically, you take a stone and throw it in the air, and it lands in the Gulf of Mexico if you're in Clute, Texas. So with a proper rehearsal schedule, I'm looking for good things from them this year. Good to see Westfield back. Westfield hasn't been back to a Bands of America event in a couple of years, so that's great. I'm always glad to see programs that have been part of the BOA culture for years and years and years take a little time off and then come back. Directors change, and there's all sorts of stuff that happens. Glad to see Westfield back. John B. Alexander was a finalist last year, I believe, at the McAllen Regional. They're going on at 2 p.m. Westfield at 2:15. Brazos Wood coming back from the lunch at 12:45 p.m. Take a look at that last block. Pioneer from Mission. Decent show last year. Very impressed with them. And that school's only been open, I think, a couple of years, so they're only going to get better and better. Look at Seven Lakes. That's a long drive from Katy. Seven Lakes going on at 4 p.m. Pioneer going on at 3:30 p.m. Loved Seven Lakes show last year. Loved it, loved it, loved it. So I'm expecting good things from them. It's a program. That Katy area is just blowing up. More and more kids are involved in the fine arts. Katy ISD is a fantastic fine arts district. McNeese State University. I think that's Louisiana. I don't know, down in the bayou. 4:45 exhibition, McNeese State. Good to have them coming all the way down for the regional for exhibition. So you look at the list and you're probably thinking, okay, we know who's going to get first place. But, this whole contest, like I said last year, and if you want to go back and listen to the one last year, you can. These Valley programs love competing against each other. They absolutely love it. They love going to contests. It's very spirited. Great environment down there. Very nurturing of the marching band programs there, especially the band parents. They're great. So this is going to be good. Looking for good stuff from Roma. And again, Roma should have been in state finals. Sorry. I don't know who you would take out, but, and I'm excited to see them back. Hopefully they'll have a fantastic show. Again, CTJ, that's your headliner here. All eyes are going to be on them, and this is a program that knows how to handle that. They've been around. What is this? The 10th. CTJ has only been open for 10 years. Think about that. It's only been open for 10 years, and what they've accomplished so far in this activity is phenomenal. Almost unprecedented. So now everyone expects insane things from them. Everybody expects them to be clean all the time from the get-go. Remember, the goal is state. The goal is to be performing Monday in November. So the old adage in marching band is, it is not a sprint, it is a marathon. So it's going to take time for shows to develop. A lot of early regionals going on this year. A lot of videos come out. From football games and, you see all this stuff, and it's hard to judge this sort of stuff. It really is. From a fan's perspective, it's so difficult because, not all the band has their uniforms on at the football games. Guards don't have their uniforms just yet. Silks may not be out there. Not all the props may be out there. It's a marathon. It's a process. So, just as a reminder, as you watch any early regional, it doesn't matter whether it's in Texas or California or Indiana, wherever. Just keep that in mind. You're going to see a lot of incomplete shows the first couple of weeks. Remember, the goal is Monday in November. That's when 6A state marching contest is, by the way. You've thought I was just picking out an arbitrary day, and you're like, what the heck is he talking about? Monday in November. That's where you want to be. You don't want to be at school that day. Nobody wants to be at school that day. Every person putting on a marching band uniform that performs with a band that's in the 6A conference in the state of Texas does not want to be in school on Monday in November. They want to be in the Alamo Dome. They want to be right there performing. It's going to be a great regional. McAllen Regional, 29 band programs, and only one is going to walk away out of there with the South Texas Regional Championship presented by Yamaha. That is the McAllen NerdIn. The way this works is after this is done, next week, I'll close everything up. We call that the cherry on the regional or whatever. We call it cherry on, even though cherries suck. Long pause for dramatic effect. And that's how it goes. So we'll just keep doing this week by week by week by week. Suggestions on how to handle area. You want me to do an area by area thing? We may be able to work that out. You want me to just do a one giant long area deal? We can do that. Suggestions, comments, questions, give them all to me. Subscribe on YouTube. The Danpodcast, search for that on YouTube. 2 words. What else? I think that's it. I'm done. All done for the McAllen Regional. We'll see you there. Have fun. If you're going down there, be safe. Please, please, please be safe. And enjoy the regional. See you at McAllen. Thank you all so much for joining me. Take care. Adios. Bye-bye.